Recently, President Joe Biden called his son, Hunter Biden, a stupid son of a bitch. Oh, that's right. I stand corrected. Joe Biden called Peter Doocy, Fox News reporter, at an economic press conference.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
So this raises the question, what does Joe Biden think about his son, Hunter Biden?
He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in terms of pure intellectual capacity.
He's the smartest man I know. Is that because in 2014, Hunter Biden got thrown out of the United States Navy because of a cocaine addiction? Or that same year, 2014, Hunter Biden joins the board of Burisma Oil, an oil company, in the Ukraine. No experience, thrown out of the Navy, he's on a board in the Ukraine of an oil company.
Hunter Biden profiting off his dad's work as vice president, and did Joe Biden allow it?
If his name was Hunter Smith or Hunter Doe, might not have had the access that he had.
$50,000 a month for Hunter Biden, clearly to be selling influence, because otherwise no one would ever pay him that kind of money.
His kid was paid $600,000 because his name is Biden.
I think that Hunter Biden did a very bad thing, and he was very wrong.
By a gas company in Ukraine, this super corrupt country that just had a revolution to get rid of corruption. It just looks bad.
You put out a statement Sunday that no one in your family, if you are elected, can be on any boards. If it's not okay with your president, why was it okay when you were vice president?
If you're the vice president in an administration that is proudly boasting it's the most ethical administration in history, isn't that backwards?
It also happened in China. Hunter's firm had new business, creating an investment fund in China involving the government-controlled Bank of China. With reports, they hope to raise $1.5 billion.
There's been a long history of Hunter Biden's work being sort of adjacent to Joe Biden's work.
The American people understand the Hunter Biden story as a story of the swamp.
We have to question his judgment here.
The elite, buddyism.
Biden does have a problem here, by the way.
Using your family influence to do well in life.
If your last name wasn't Biden, do you think you would have been asked to be on the board of Burisma?
I don't know. Probably not.
It's appearance of a conflict, and it's seriously, and who doesn't think it is? By the way, is there anyone who doesn't think it's an appearance of a conflict of interest?
The American people don't like it. They have never liked it.
The appointment of the vice president's son to a Ukrainian oil board looks nepotistic at best, nefarious at worst.
Or maybe President Biden thinks he's the smartest man he knows because in 2017, Hunter Biden starts dating his dead brother Beau's wife while Hunter is still married to his wife. Or maybe he's the smartest man Joe Biden knows because in 2018, Hunter goes into a DC strip joint, impregnates a stripper, has a baby, courts prove it's his, but maybe it was 2019 where he meets some woman, 10 days later, he's married.
Is remarried. The younger son of former vice president turned presidential hopeful Joe Biden recently married a South African native named Melissa Cohen. This comes after he split from his brother's widow. According to TMZ, Cohen and Hunter tied the knot on May 16th. Then a source told E! News the couple met the same month as their nuptials and have already gotten matching tattoos. So you know it's serious. The news of their surprise wedding comes about a month after a report that Hunter split from the widow of his late brother, Beau Biden. In 2017, Hunter made headlines when the family confirmed that Hunter had split from his wife to be with his former sister-in-law, Hallie Biden.
Or maybe it was 2018 where Joe Biden got to believe that Hunter was the smartest man he knows, as seen on the Hunter Biden laptop from hell. He drops it off to be repaired, forgets because he was in a drug-induced stupor, forgets to pick up the laptop, and it becomes public property. Maybe Joe Biden came to the belief that Hunter Biden is the smartest man he knows because of that position on the Burisma board in 2014. You see, at that time, there was a special prosecutor in the Ukraine investigating Burisma for corruption. And all of a sudden, that special prosecutor is removed and Hunter Biden continues on the board at Burisma. Well, how do we know this? We know this because in 2018, after Joe Biden completed his time as vice president, he appears at a Council on Foreign Relations meeting And he brags about what he did in 2014 to extort the Ukrainian government to fire the special prosecutor that was looking into corruption of his son's oil company. The board he was on, Burisma. Watch this.
And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a got fired.
Maybe, just maybe, the Ukrainian government has all the records of Hunter Biden's corruption and money transferred to the Biden family. Maybe they have all that evidence right now. And in 2019, President Donald Trump asked the question of President Zelensky, then the new president of Ukraine. He said, there seems to be some corruption on the part of the Bidens in 2014 at Burisma. I'd like you to look into that. And the Democrats spun that request, a legitimate request, into an impeachment because of the hatred they had toward Donald Trump. But everyone needs to think about the race to war, where the blood and treasure of the United States could be spent in a war a half a world away with limited strategic value to the United States. It's a European problem. Let the Europeans deal with the Russians if they think it's that serious of a problem. You think the Germans are going to go after the Russians while the Russians are supplying oil to the Germans? No, let the stupid Americans, through Joe Biden, get involved in this nonsense while Joe Biden neglects the disaster on our southern border, leaves a disaster in Afghanistan, in the Middle East, lining up with Iran, kowtowing to the Chinese. Does anyone out there in their right mind think Joe Biden, diminished mental capability, clearly compromised moral integrity, has the wherewithal to lead all these countries into a war with a country that has thousands of nuclear weapons? Who really is a stupid SOB?